Another day, another video working on my S2K. For the ones that are new to my channel and don't know yet, this is my S2K. I have a problem with the engine. It's rebuilt, but it only hits around 3000 RPM. So it's now on me to figure out what this issue is. I have a list of a few things it might be. For example, I have air intake, I have spark plugs, I have air intake sensor or something to do with a sensor. I have fuel pump filter, fuel pump sensor, and the VTEC solenoid. So the first thing I will be doing is figuring out if this VTEC solenoid is still doing its thing, because as it only hits around 3000 RPM and below, the VTEC kicks in on around 4K, so I think that might have something to do with it. I don't know, but that's something we will figure out. In my previous video, I was in lack of... Oh my days. Are you dumb? I'm so sorry. If you haven't seen that video yet, go check it out. Let's get to the VTEC solenoid. I am also filming for my TikTok, so if you haven't seen that, go check it out. Popping the hood, and this is the VTEC solenoid. I'll loosen this with, I think, 10mm pockets. Unplug this and loosen these. I don't know why, but I'm like saving all my work material in my M3. Yes. The engine is indeed rebuilt, but I don't think they took a look at the VTEC solenoid. So if this is the issue, it would only cost me 700 euros. It's a tough life out here, guys. Dude, this literally just broke off. This is supposed to be here, and I didn't touch it or anything, and I must have did something to it, and it just broke off. So chances are big that this is the issue. I don't think it's supposed to be this fragile. I opened it up, and this looks quite okay, I think. I actually have no clue of what's it supposed to look like, but we'll find out in a minute. But the weird thing is, like, what's this and what was it connected to? I'm a little bit struggling with unplugging this. Or I'm either really bad at this, or YouTube doesn't tell me how to unplug this. I don't want to break things off, because 10 out of 10, the things I break off turn out to be really expensive. It was a me issue, just wasn't using enough force. I unplugged these sensors, well, this one broke off, but... So now we're going to test if this still works or not. I probably must have done more research before starting this. Well, as I'm seeing, this actually should be in good shape. If you push here, it's still giving motion. I disconnected these two. It's always good to replace your gasket. Dude, how does this even get in? So if I'm measuring everything, we have this multimeter. Do I know how this works? No. But it shouldn't be that hard. It should at least do something. So what YouTube told me is that you have this pin inside, and you hold it against it with the black, and with the red you touch the body of the solenoid. But this doesn't do anything. How will I manage to show you this? So this is connecting to the body, and this is connecting to this pin. It's giving nothing. Am I stupid? Maybe. Maybe I'm doing this completely wrong. I'll be replacing this anyway, because this doesn't look great. Or I'll just replace this part if that's possible. I'll have to do my research, but this is no good. So is this the problem? To be honest, I don't know. But what I do know is that it doesn't look great, and that I'll probably need some help from someone who... Why is this falling out? Ah, shit. Is this the problem? Could be. Absolutely could be. But for now, I'll just be connecting the solenoid again so that there is no issue in the engine block. Next thing I would do is check on my spark plugs. These are here, but you need like a special tool for that, and I am in lack of equipment. I still need to buy a lot of stuff. So to check on the spark plug, the thing you have to do is remove these 10mm sockets, and then these come out, and you just have to unplug every one of these, and then you can pull them out, and then you need this special tool I was talking about to get the spark plug out. The internet told me that the air intake could have something to do with the engine. I'm not sure, I'm just checking. Maybe it's the, I don't know if it's the sensor of like the air intake itself. These clips are around this box, and you just have to do this. When every clip's open, the top should just come off like this. I see. This is not very good, but it can be, or at least I think it can be, something stupid like this. But this needs replacement as well. I had a little present with the car I saw yesterday. He could have kept that shit. So we can close the hood for now and go back into the interior. This is the tool I was talking about earlier. And we have to remove these somewhat like clip screws, I call them. Get in between those and clip them out. Girl, what's this? How do they do that? Maybe it can just sit like this. We can reach it from the trunk. See? We have more range here. Oh, we can get it out from the back. You know, wisdom comes with the years. You have absolutely no clue how proud I am of this. The way this was hard to get out. Anyway, we got him, boys, we got him. So now that I removed the plate, I have place to get the fuel pump out. I got started with removing all of the screws. They're just 3, so it's nothing much. After everything's loose, we are able to get the cover off, and as you can see, it's really dirty in there. But someone who owns an S2K told me that this is completely normal. The next step is unplugging this plug. You just push the plastic I'm showing here and you should be able to just pull it out. Next up is loosening up these fuel hoses. It works the same just as a plug. You just push the white plastic and push it backwards. I was just able to do one because the other one was way too stuck in there, so I need someone else to do that for me. Just to clean everything up a little bit, a paper towel should do the job. So I tried to get the fuel pump out. It seems to work, but there's only one hose I couldn't get loose because my hands are just too weak for that or so, and I cut myself like quite deeply actually. And I can tell you it's not a pleasurous feeling when there's fuel sipping into your veins. Yeah, so I'll get someone else to do that job for me with a little bit more manly hands. So for now we will get over to something else. I would like to clean up this valve cover, but if you take this off you need to renew your seals, and that's something I don't have. So I'll be waiting for this and I'll be ordering everything I need so I can go on with the whole project. So what do we need? I need to order new sealants, I need to order a new VTEC solenoid, a new air intake. Well, I have this engine air intake, I think I'll just place it. I think that's about to be it. I think the solenoid is most important. This is the engine air intake I've been talking about in my previous videos as well. This one is still in good condition, or like quite a good condition. It's not new, of course, it's secondhand. I bought it with the car. You have to put it here all the way down until here, and then this black plastic has to go. This comes into place. So another thing it could be is the lambda sensor, but I have to figure out where the placement is of this. Overall, I think I'm gonna switch everything I actually said. So the fuel pump filter sensor, the lambda sensor, the solenoid, the air intake, and other stuff I was talking about. I think I'll just switch them all just to be safe, if I can get everything for like a reasonable price. A little something else. This is my Suzuki Samurai. And in my first video you can see that I sanded everything down alone, and now I had help of 2 other people. And this is what we did in one day. So that's already 1 step ahead. So now it's just a case of using filler and straighten everything, and then primer everything, paint everything, and then I will videotape my maintenance on this car. Because I think that's a little more interesting than just watching me doing this stuff. What do you think about that? I will also remove this brake disc protector. I will do this by removing these 3 bolts somewhere around here, making cuts here, and then we should be able to just take it out. It's already loose. Now it's just making the cuts over here and taking it out, and then I will have more range to get the rust off. That's 1. It just tears off, so you can see that this really needed to be renewed. So instead of using this machine, I will be using sanding paper, because someone told me when you do the rust removal with this, you're just polishing the rust and it's not really gone. So you're better off with sanding paper, and this is number 40. And now we're gonna try if that's actually true. So instead of sanding everything down on the car, I would rather have everything demontaged so I can reach all of the difficult places. And we have to row with what we have, of course, so the shovel should give us some extra strength. This was just 1 of 4, so to get the other loose easier, I'm just spraying them in with WD-40. So I got someone else to unplug this hose, and now there are, I think around 10 8mm bolts we have to get out, and then the plate should come up. Well, newsflash, the fuel pump didn't come out because there was still 1 10mm bolt stuck on everything, which is keeping the whole thing down. That way I was able to get the fuel pump out. This should be the fuel filter, which I thought would be the issue, but as you can see... Oh shit, dat is niet goed hoor. It's a little bit dirty, but further than that, I think it looks quite okay. So I'm just going to put it back. At least now I know that this is not one of the sources of the issue. I'm trying to get the fuel pump back in its place. And it's actually harder than I thought, so now I'm struggling. I have this issue that this plastic, I don't know if you're able to see, but there's this black plastic over here, and it's not getting into the center, back, so I will fix this, just not now. Am I happy? Maybe a little. I didn't accomplish much actually, but now I know that the fuel pump is not the issue. So now it's just waiting for my new solenoid to come in, then we can check further if that's the issue. My next video will be about my E46 M3, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.